friends, and welcome to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Krystal and I am so excited that you are here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all of my future crafty videos, and any of the products or the links that I mention in this video I will have linked up in the description box below. So today we are working on Project Life Week 7, which was the week of Valentine's Day. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it was a rough week for us. We spent a lot of the week, actually the entire week, homesick. Or everybody was sick except really me, which is some kind of miracle, let me tell you. So because it's the week of Valentine's, I am pulling back out my Allie Edwards Stories by the Month kit, and I actually am going to be using all of the remaining journaling cards, and we'll see if I can get a majority of the other supplies used up too. In addition to the Stories by the Month kit, I also have a few extra cards that I added. So this one right here, it says it's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. This was a card from the Give story kit that is a couple years old. And then also this one right here, to be honest, I have no idea where this one came from. I pulled it out of my unused cards, and the colors went really well, and I decided to use it. But I have no idea where that card came from, so if you know, let me know. And then in addition to my photos and the cards and the embellishments, I also have a couple of things over here. So on Valentine's Day, well, actually it was the day before, my mom stopped in and dropped off some chocolates and some cards for my husband, myself, and the kids. So I took the cards that she gave us and I fussy cut out some of the pieces from those cards. It's something I like to do in order to use the cards that people give us, you know, instead of just throwing them away. So I've got a couple of balloons, I've got this cute little dog, and then I've got this floral piece and this heart floral piece, which I may or may not use. Probably I won't use this in this spread, but maybe I'll keep it and find a way to use it in a story spread or something. Okay. So let's go ahead and put you guys on fast forward, and I'm going to throw this thing together and then we'll come back at the end and close you guys out. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so the first thing I did was to go ahead and get my pictures and my cards placed on the spread where I want them to go. And then I'm going to go through my stamps and embellishments and all the things to try and figure out where stuff can fit. I know I want the week 7 to go on that striped card. It just seems like it's the best spot for it. I'm going to stamp the week and 7 part on the actual stripes, and then in the space below I will put my roller date stamp. Then I pulled out the ephemera pieces that I cut out. The one was like 2 balloons connected together, and I decided to chop off one of them so I could just put the Happy Valentine's Day heart in the middle of those gift bags. And then the other one I decided to layer with the 3rd balloon, and I end up putting it right here on this quote card with the dog. Then I decide that the heart and the floral piece I'm going to save and use those for a different project, probably for like a Valentine's date spread, or maybe something about my daughter. I usually like to use pink and flowers when I'm doing spreads about her, just because she likes pink and she likes flowers. So then I am looking through my chipboard pieces. There is a little red circle heart that's up on the picture of my son and I that says love us, which just seemed to work really well. And then I found this little black piece that says remembering, I think it says remembering you. And what else? And a couple flags, one that says this month and one that says this day. I end up changing the placement of the one that says this month because I really like the stamp that says loving, and it fits on that picture, in the white space of that picture, really nicely. So I decided to put that there instead. And then I brought those over, but then decided I would wait until later to get those adhered. So next, I am going to start placing things down when I know for sure that that is where I want them to go. So this heart, I decided to pop up on some foam. This is just like craft foam that I got from Walmart in like the craft section. I think I got like a huge stack of them for $5 or less. So yeah, I have a ton of foam that just is ready to be used. So I put it on the back of that heart, cut the foam out, and then I adhered it down onto that picture, and I'm sticking it in the pocket. Once I feel like I am done with the card, I stick it in the pocket so that I know which ones I have left to work on. So this one, I'm putting the little dog down in the corner. He fits there perfectly, like he was meant to go there. And then those balloons are going to go in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, so you know what? I think while I am sticking these things down, because that's pretty much all I'm going to do is stick things down, and then I will start stamping. I can talk to you about the pictures that I chose for this week and some of the stories that I told. So let's see, from what you can see here, the ones that I'm working on, the picture of the gift bags were from, those gifts were from my mom. So my mom has a friend who owns a chocolate shop in Michigan. And for Valentine's Day, she and my dad picked out some chocolates from that shop to give each of us. So I got this like giant Reese's peanut butter cup. Aaron got a salted caramel and a chocolate-covered pretzel. And then both of the kids got a homemade cake pop. It was all very good. And a surprise. Like, my mom just stopped in. She's like, hey, I have something for you. And she came with candy. And, you know, who doesn't love that? Right now, I am separating out the cards that I know I'm going to be stamping on. And then the other ones that I'm setting on the left-hand side are ones that I think I want to do something extra with, but I'm not sure what at this point. So I'm just kind of throwing those over to the side. Then I will stamp on my week and also that loving stamp. So the picture that the word loving is going to go on is a picture of my crock pot and me pouring like diced vegetables into it. I made chicken noodle soup because everyone was sick. So yeah, which let's talk about that. So on Monday, we woke up and Izzy was running a really high temperature. So normally on Mondays, she goes to my parents' house and she stays the night, Monday night, and my parents watch her Monday and Tuesday so that I can go to work. So on Monday, when she woke up and she wasn't feeling well, I decided to just keep her home with me. And she just slept most of the day. I felt so bad for her. And then Aaron texted me from work that he wasn't feeling good. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. He had like a guy's game night that night. And I told him that he should skip it, but he did not listen to me. And he went to his game night, had a good time, but then on Tuesday just was not doing well at all. So he came home early from work. And then literally Aaron and Isabella had temperatures in like the 102 to 103 range for days. Like they would be okay for a little bit for most of the day and then would run a temperature at night. So it just felt never ending. It must have been the flu. I don't know what else it could have been, but it was awful. So that lasted all the way until Sunday. And yeah, it was definitely, we all definitely had a case of cabin fever from being cooped up with each other for, 6 days. Poor Izzy just wanted to play really bad. And Jonah, who for the most part did not get sick, like he had a mild temperature like one day. He's actually showing signs of getting sick now, which it's now Monday of, week 8. So he's just starting to show signs of being sick, and that's no fun. It's not good. But for the most part, during the week, he was good. And I don't know how I survived, you guys. I don't know how I didn't get it, because I am the person who gets everything. And I am the person who gets everything, and it's a million times worse than anyone else. So far, I'm going to literally knock on wood that I'm not going to get sick, because it's a miracle. Okay, so let's go back to what I'm doing. So I pulled out the floral stamp that was in the Stories by the Month stamp set. So there is a flower, and then there's the inside of the flower. And I pulled out 4 different colors. They're all scrapbook.com hybrid color inks. One of them is a teal. I will link them all down below with the names of what they're called, because I can't remember. But there's a yellow, 2 pinks, and a teal. Okay, so what I did was took them aside and fussy cut them. And how'd you guys like that editing magic? I feel like I'm on Tasty here. Okay, so I fussy cut them all out, and then I pulled out these 3 photos that I want to build clusters using those flowers on. So the middle picture that I'm working on right now is me at my dentist appointment this week. Luckily, my appointment was on Tuesday, so it was before everything just went downhill for the week, which is nice because I could get my teeth cleaned and then spend the rest of the week taking care of the family. Also, normally I work at the office on Fridays, but this Friday, Aaron and I both had taken the day off because we were going to do an all-day Valentine's Day date, which unfortunately did not happen. But, we have a rain check on that, so we're hoping maybe this weekend we'll get our Valentine's date in, because, we need those. We need some dates. Okay. And then the chipboard piece that I picked for this, that goes right on top there, says something like, "This month was full of ordinary things," which I felt went really well with a dentist appointment. It's pretty ordinary. Then this picture is one of Jonah in his ball pit. So Santa Claus brought him a ball pit for Christmas, and it's his favorite toy. He literally dives into it and then he just throws balls everywhere. So I was standing by him and he was looking up at me and all cute. So I snapped a picture. I turned it black and white because it just was so colorful that it really took away from the rest of the spread. So yeah, black and white it is. It's still really cute. This quote card, I decided to use those flowers as a border on the bottom. So, once I get them all adhered on there, I'm going to stick the little black chipboard piece on top of the flowers, and then I will trim off the bottom part of that row. And I actually will find a way to use some of it in other places on the spread. Once I get that all, what do I want to say? Once I pull it all back over. So I think it looks really pretty. I kind of wish I would have done it on the top too, to match it, but that's okay, whatever. So, okay, what other pictures I have here? Well, this is here. So the one of me outside was a day that it was just snowing. This week was also the Pieces of Us week, so I took so many pictures of myself. So many. That's okay. It's probably a good thing, right? And so that was one of my eyes closed pictures that I chose not to use. But I really liked it, so I put it here, and then it's just helpful to remember that it snowed that day. And then the picture of Jonah sitting on Aaron. Aaron was in bed, not feeling well, and Jonah just loves his dad. So he was sitting on him and was cute and happy. So that's all that is. Then there's a picture of Mr. Dibbs, who is just cuddled in the bed. I don't often take pictures of him, which is a big shame on me because, he is our fur baby and he deserves to be in this book too. So there he is in all of his glory. He definitely thinks he's a lion. Look at him. Oh, he is the fluffiest cat. Like, he's seriously a fluffy hairball cat. Like, it's crazy. Then the last two pictures, one of them is just me and Jonah. We were playing around and he was laughing and we were just cuddling it up on the couch. It was cute. I pulled out my phone. I snapped some pictures with him while he was giggling, and this one was really cute. And then that last one of Aaron and the kids, this was them hanging out on the couch, probably when Jonah started not feeling good towards the end of the week. So it's Aaron, Izzy, and Jonah, all the sickies, hanging out on the couch and most likely watching some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, because that is what we watch now. All right, so last thing I'm going to do here is to add a couple more flowers of those stamped flowers to the cards here on the bottom of the right page. So I did this for a couple of reasons. One, I have the flowers in 3 spots on the left side, but it just felt unbalanced not having any on the right. So this one was the piece that I cut off of the bottom border, and I decided to put it underneath the dog's feet. So I did have to peel him up a little bit just to get those flowers underneath him. But I thought that that was a good spot to add them. And then these other 3, I'm going to tuck in underneath the Happy Valentine's Day heart. I thought that it was just one more place that it would make sense for those flowers to go. And then it would just, since I only had the 3 left, it just let me use them all up. Then once I have that done, this side is done, and actually the entire spread is done. So I will stick those back in their pockets, and then we'll slow you guys down and close you out.
All right, you guys, so there we go. Project Life Week 7 is complete and in the books. Love how this one came out, and I'm super glad I was able to use the ephemera pieces that I cut out of those cards from Valentine's Day. The stories were fun to tell, even though the week was not fun, with us being sick, or most of us being sick all week. But we still had plenty of pictures and plenty of stories to document, so that just goes to show that even when life isn't super busy, there are still stories that can be told in your Project Life weeks. All right, well, that does it for me. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!